We just pranced through a whole stable of fabulous DIY derby party ideas, but now it's time to rein it in and make one of Shari Zatman's beautiful creations for ourselves.
So we're learning how to load the starting gate table runner centerpiece, because nothing says classy Kentucky Derby soiree like turning your dining table into a racetrack. All right, Shari, how do we start?
Absolutely,
you think we can do this?
So I do. I prepped parts of it first, probably the things that are a little bit trickier. So I'll just show you what they are. So the bases are actually these styrofoam cones. Again, craft store, dollar store, you can get these. So inexpensive materials. And then this is, you know, just like an AstroTurf sheet that I cut and then pinned the back so that, you know, to hide the styrofoam, right? Cute. So now we have two of these. We're going to take two. And this is actually what's going to be our gate. So again, this is it's a dollar store, craft store product. It's probably, you know, plastic gardening fencing or something like that. But we were going to make a starting gate out of it. So that it has spikes that would normally go into the ground. And in this case, we're going to take our spikes and stick them into our top of our styrofoam.
Oh, we do that first before
So I'm going to do that first.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just because.
Yeah.
Then we will be able to move on
you want
to
the back on the back.
Yes. So then we'll be able to move on to right. So
oh, wait, not all the way down. Come back up, Heather.
Right. So you have to play with it to get it to balance a little bit. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can actually lay it back down, so it'll be a little bit easier to see this, and then we'll prop it back up. Yeah. Then we'll prop it back up. Okay. So we have our numbers, and I already have those prepped. The numbers that will become the numbers for the starting gate.
Okay.
And I have my glue dots.
We love the glue.
Love the glue dots. So again, we're going to stick glue dots on very easily. This is why I am making it a group project.
Very easily,
now, for some reason,
I have mine stuck on my thumb.
Okay, here, you just do it like this.
So for some reason, the numbers actually sort of, they go right to left, at least what I've seen. I don't understand why. Maybe somebody will understand why that is.
Go right to left? That's how, yeah?
It seems to be
Why
for
do
the
they do
Kentucky
that?
Derby, I believe. So
I'll be honest.
So that is
if I'm
what
at a party for the Kentucky, I'm not really.
Well, the race is so fast. Like, the actual race is so fast.
Yeah.
The party goes on for a while if it's a good party.
Well, exactly. So, I mean, you can party all day.
Yes,
and
that's kind of what they do,
right? And then the actual race is over very, very quickly. Right. So there's, you know, we didn't cover the betting aspect of the Kentucky Derby. You know, there's actually a lot of other things that go on during a party. Okay. So we're going to get our numbers on here. Yeah. And then.
Wait. That's not right.
That's not right?
So, you know what? You know what? Maybe in another country, the horse races go.
You know what? Just leave it.
So
just leave it.
No,
let's just
I'm going to do it. It's got to be perfect like Shari's.
So I have just about all my numbers on. And of course, if you want it to be a bigger centerpiece, a longer centerpiece, a bigger backdrop, you know, to maybe a table, then you can just continue this on, right? So you can do more pieces and more numbers.
You can have more horses.
Right, okay. So then it's a little bit delicate, but we're gonna get it balanced out, right? So now it has its numbers, it has its frame, and then our final little piece before we add our flowers is our finishing touches.
Yeah.
Aren't these cute?
They're very cute.
These little horseshoes, and I already tied them to ribbon. And so as part of our centerpiece, and you could also lay this down if you find it to be easier, right?
We're Russian.
So, exactly. So we just, and you know what, if we don't finish it, I think everybody has the idea of what it's going to turn out to look like.
Yeah, we're going to finish it.
So
we're determined.
So I just tie them across, and it's good to sort of start just for balance, and that's great that you're doing it that way also. I'm doing it vertically, so you could do it either way. If you do it vertically, you are going to want to hang them with some kind of balance, to probably start in the middle and then hang them left and right.
Right.
To give you some balance, right? So, wow, so that's why.
Did he do it though?
So your partner, you got it done.
We did.
You did. And then the final thing is we have these extra little pieces.
Oh no, this is final. This is
so we would just trim that off.
Oh,
you know, just to complete it, right? So when
well,
we're
that's
all
implied,
done.
yes. Yeah.
We did it.
You did it.
We completed completed one.
You too can do a DIY craft in 4 minutes.
You know what? This is so much fun, and I love you're just so creative every single time, and you walk us through step by step. It's wonderful, Shari.
Thank you very much. It was so much fun.
All right, at this point, you probably realize that Shari Zatman can handle any party idea that you might have. Make sure you follow her on Instagram as well. She posts great decor ideas there.
To book Perfectly Planned by Shari for your next event, party, baby shower, whatever you need, just go to our website, PittsburghTodayLive.com.